What up, guys? It's Gaz, and welcome to the Warframe video. So we're doing another Riven challenge guide kind of situation today with the most highly requested Riven challenge so far, which is destroying the Dargyn pilots before they hit the ground. I'd like to preface this video with there are multiple ways to do this challenge, but I'll be showing you the way that I know is most consistent and basically the easiest way to do it. Pretty much foolproof as far as I'm concerned, but as we show the gameplay, I will be discussing other ways to do this as well. Some other ways. There's plenty of ways to do this one. Okay, so the challenge is going to be destroy Dargyn pilots before they can hit the ground. There's a couple things you want to keep in mind here. Unlike the previous video on Riven challenges where we showed that you can just go to the Kuva Fortress to kill those Dargyns mid-flight because there's a bunch of them that spawn. You actually need to do this one on the plains of Eidolon because the Dargyn pilots on the Kuva Fortress do not have, or rather the Dargyns on the Kuva Fortress do not have pilots. So the build we're doing for right here is a max range Nidus build. You want as much range as possible, and the other stats don't really matter. Just go for max range. You're going to be using Nidus' second ability, Larva. Of course, you could use a subsumed version of this, but keep in mind it does have reduced range compared to the normal Nidus. So, if for some reason you have subsumed Larva and not normal Nidus, you can definitely make it work with a max range build on another frame. So go to the Plains of Eidolon. Make sure it's day on the plains. If it's night on the plains, the Dargyn pilots are not going to spawn. We record this video live on stream, so if you want to check out the live streams whenever I'm doing them, check out the link on the screen, and I also have it linked in the description as well. You can also be part of the videos, as you can see chat is on the screen here. Okay, so we're going to be trying to force some Dargyn pilot spawns here. If you go over to the right over here and just run a little bit past the river, you can potentially force, see that dropship right there? That is a forced spawn of a flying vehicle. It's going to either be a Dargyn or a dropship like that. Unfortunately, we got unlucky. It was a dropship. But if you, you can get basically a nearly guaranteed spawn of getting a Dargyn if you fly right over there. The hardest part of this challenge is actually getting the Dargyns to spawn in the first place. So if you don't get one to spawn right there, hop in your Arcwing or jump on a K-Drive and just fly around or drive around the lake in a big circle. There's other ways that you could just fly around the plains in general and find them, potentially get them to spawn. But I've just been going around the lake. If you really didn't want to like waste too much time, you can just go get that force spawn over there on the right, and then go back to town, reset the force spawn, go back there again. As you can see right there, another ship spawned there. So yeah, we're basically just going to fly around the lake multiple times until we see some Dargyn pilots or a Dargyn on the ground. If you see a Dargyn, there's usually a Dargyn pilot nearby. Just keep that in mind. I was getting a little bit frustrated by the lake, so I just went over here. Basically, you're just trying to reset the zone and make it where a Dargyn will spawn. Because the more you move, the more like forced encounter spawns are going to appear and all that kind of stuff. You might want to even get out of your Arcwing and jump around a little bit here. And what you're going to do is when you find those Dargyn pilots, and trust me, they will spawn. It is frustrating. It definitely is RNG, but they will spawn. As you can see right there, you're going to use Nidus' Larva ability. Get it relatively close. This can actually even grab the Dargyns out of the air, and while the Dargyns are in Nidus' Larva, you can actually kill them while in their larva, and it counts as in the air, guys. So if there's a Dargyn flying around, hit a larva on the ground. Basically, whenever that Dargyn gets kind of close to the ground, it will pull the pilot out of the Dargyn into your Nidus blob and kill them in the Nidus blob, and you're good to go. As you can see right here, we're just moving around. Some Dargyn spawn, get the larva, and easy peasy. As you can see right there, there's two Dargyn pilot kills in one shot, pretty much. And like I said, the hardest part is finding them in the first place, guys. So some other frames you can use to do this is you can actually, I believe you can use Mag's pull ability on like Mesa to pull the Dargyn pilot out of the ship and then kill them midair with the Peacemakers. That's something you could do. Also, Titania's first ability, I believe, the one that stuns them in place, it will keep them in the air as well. You can kill them while they're midair using Titania's abilities. And like slow Nova can slow them down. There's honestly, guys, lots of ways, but I'll tell you for a fact, I've done this challenge on Nidus a bunch of times, and you know, it's the easiest way to do it possible. So that's basically gonna be the video. I'm just gonna let the gameplay play out here. We can just talk about some other stuff while we're here. So, how's your week going, guys? Is it a good week so far? That dev stream or dev post thing the other day about Railjack Revisited, or Railjack 3.0, I guess is what we're supposed to call it. It was honestly, you know, kind of hit or miss in my opinion. I don't know why they felt the need to nerf Guy Endpoint, or remove Guy Endpoint rather. Actually I do know why they're doing it, because like they literally said it's because everyone plays Guy and Point. It's the only mission people play. So by that logic, are they going to remove Hydron from the game? Are they going to remove Adaro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they going to remove the Index? That's the best credit farm. Like, it's kind of strange, but at the same time, like, they want people to play the other missions. They put a bunch of work into those. What's that mission called? Like the Star Killer base and all that kind of stuff, where they want you to blow up the ship killer platform and the missile battery. So I guess I kind of understand it there, but it's just a little bit annoying for people that didn't get the grind out Guy endpoint before, because it was a thing. I think that here's the thing: there will inevitably be a new, air quotes, new Guy endpoint. So I mean, we'll just have to see what new missions will pop up. We just did it because it was the most fighters, and it was also, no objectives, just the cruise ship. The cruise ships are annoying, and they still will be annoying in my opinion, but that's what it is. So we're gonna keep the video going here. So I actually forgot what Riven we actually ended up getting from this. Oh, you know what I ended up doing? This is the strategy I was telling you about earlier. I was getting frustrated by the Dargyn spawns. We're gonna go back to town, and we're gonna try to force that spawn on the right side. So like I said, go out the front door, take a right, go across the river, and you can pretty much force a Dargyn spawn over there. If you're going to be doing that 5 times in a row for the 5 kills, that's going to be kind of a slow method. But, if you're not lucky, it's something you could potentially do. If you just want to get it done, don't really care how you're doing it. It's just constant, slow progress of going over here. And there you go. There's one right there. It's complete RNG, guys. But if you keep going further ahead over there, I'm going to show you really quick. You go over here, it can spawn another one as well. As you see, there's a Dargyn right there. So it's just basically, are you lucky? And there's me pulling him out of the air right there, and it still counts. So let's go back to town, see what we got, and we will call it a video. Hopefully you found it helpful. And like I said, you can do it with other frames as well, guys. So don't feel like, if you don't have Nidus, Nidus is an annoying frame to get. You can try it with Titania, you can try it with Nova, etc., etc. So, all right, I think it was a Zaw Riven or something like that. So probably going to be garbage, honestly. And it was... Oh, it was a kit gun Riven. It was a Gaze kit gun Riven. There you go. Gaze kit gun primary is actually pretty good. Gaze secondary pretty good as well. They're probably not going to nerf the Kuva Nucor, honestly, at this point. So, the speculation of the Kuva Nucor being replaced with a Gaze, probably a little bit misguided, although, we were so bored that we were just thinking of things anyway. I feel like guns are going to get buffed. Maybe when they buff guns, they will nerf the Kuva Nucor, but I have a feeling they're not going to, personally. So, I'll see you in a video tomorrow, guys. Thanks for all the support. 5 videos a week on this channel every weekday because, being a full-time employee kind of sucks sometimes. I will see you next time, and peace.